Hello and welcome to Rosberry Crafts, my YouTube channel where I share all my crafty adventures. Today is September the 1st, 2023, and this is episode 67. Hello and welcome to any new subscribers or new viewers. Hope you like what I have going on here. I bring you weekly videos, just kind of chit-chatting about my knitting and some other things that go on in my life. And thank you to all my returning viewers and subscribers. I really appreciate seeing those numbers go up every week, and yeah, it just makes my heart warm. Who am I? My name is Roz, and I live in Lake Country, British Columbia, Canada, with my husband and my two kids who are 13 and 11. Today for you, I have What Am I Wearing, Finished Objects, Works in Progress, Stash, Events, and some chatter. Let's get started, shall we? What am I wearing? For what am I wearing today, a quick weather update as usual. Seems like all I can talk about at the beginning. It has been cold this week and rainy, which is perfectly fine with me. It sounds like fall, and it's been helping the fires in our area. If you don't follow our news, we have a few wildfires in the area that are affecting different towns nearby. I'm very safe. They're far away from me, but it has been very smoky, so that is tough, but not as tough as being evacuated. So calling it what it is, and it's been raining, and I can actually see all the way across to the mountains that I can normally see instead of just the ones that are close. So the smoke is lifting, everything is getting into nice fall weather. Where I live in the Okanagan, it will get up to 30 something degrees Celsius again before fall actually hits. But while it's cool, I am enjoying it, which means that I'm wearing all the wool sweaters and all the wool socks. All right, I'm gonna try this. Trying not to kick my mic. So I wanted to talk to you today about my socks. I do wear a variety of my hand knit socks. That's pretty much all I wear all winter long. Today I am wearing my Goth Kitty socks. The pattern is the OMG heel by Megan Williams. This is a good heel that you can knit in if you don't mind breaking up the stripes of your self-striping yarn. Or you could start with a new color, and then it just kind of, you have little thinner stripes until you get back down to the regular size. But it's a good pattern, and you don't have to break your yarn or anything. You can just keep going, which is what I did. So I like that a lot, and it fits good. And the yarn. Oh, it's like I'm out of practice or something, but I did this last week. The yarn is Knit Picks Felici, which is a self-striping colorway. This is the fingering weight. They do also a worsted weight in the self-striping Felici. This color is called Goth Kitty, which is why these are my Goth Kitty socks. And yeah, they change their colors every so often. So you probably won't find this color anymore, but they'll have new fantastic colors on the Knit Picks website. And I will link to that and everything else that I talk about today down below. Quick reminder that I do link to all of my Ravelry project pages where it lists everything. If you can't access Ravelry for any reason, or you have questions about something specific that I talk about, just put a comment down below, send me a message. My email, my Instagram, everything is down below, Discord, all of that. I should probably talk about Discord more. I did start a Discord server, but there's nobody on there. But if you want to come and chat to me on there, I would love that. So you can find all those links right down here in the description box. Sometimes it's like you have to click the more button to get to all that stuff, but it is there. Or send me a message and I'll put in whatever I am missing. All right, let's move on to finished objects. For finished objects today, you may have noticed that I am wearing my finished Stonewall. Let's see if I can stand up. Oh, it gets bunched when I stand up, but It's finished. Oh, it fits just perfect. It is so good. I mean, it's a little bit long, but that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to be able to pull my hands into my sleeves and kind of curl up with a cup of tea and a good book and my knitting. I loving this. So this pattern is Stonewall by Alicia Plummer. This is the second sweater pattern that I've made of hers. The instructions kind of fizzled out at the end. I don't know how to say it. Like when you start, like you've already got all your body, all your sleeve, you connect everything. She's got you working on the V-neck and all that kind of stuff. And then when you get to like the actual like neck treatment, she's just like, yeah, do some 1x1 ribbing and you're done. And it doesn't even say bind off. It just it fizzled, the instructions just fizzle out. Luckily, I've made sweaters before and I understand the process. And I knew that I wanted to do a bind off that matched the cuff. So the cuff, I did a tubular, is it gonna do it? I did a tubular and I did it for, is it tubular? I don't remember what it's called, but it's the one in the suggested in the pattern. So I did a tubular cast on for the cuffs and the bottom of the sweater, and I wanted the neck to have a similar sort of treatment. So I did the something sewn bind off. Basically, you're kind of Kitchenering the stitches together, but not to anything, just to themselves. I don't know. Anyway, it gives you the same kind of look where it just looks like your knitting just ends. It kind of curls over like it's just the end of it. So it doesn't give you that kind of, I don't have anything else to show you, but it doesn't give you kind of that like knit line or vertical line at the end of your knitting. It just looks like it just curls into where it should be. I'm not explaining this very well. You know what I will do? I will link to the Very Pink tutorial that I use for the bind off, and I can't remember. I will link to whatever tutorial I used for the cast on because they were very helpful and very good tutorials, and I definitely want to support those makers that put out those tutorials because it's very helpful for me. Okay, that was the pattern. The yarn is delicious. So this is Fireweed Fiber Co. in her cedar worsted and the purple cush, which I learned from a viewer last week, and I'm not recalling your name, but thank you very much for letting me know that that is a variety of plant. And yeah, anyway, purple plants, love it. So yeah, it's very variegated. I didn't alternate skeins for the sleeves, but I did for the body. But I love how it turned out. It's more pronounced on camera, like the difference in color. In person, it just looks purple to me, but it's like a deep purple. So I have one more finished object for you, and it's something that wasn't even a thing 2 days ago. So let me just grab it. I finished a hat. This pattern is Fits the Whole Fam hat by Cozy Up Knits. It's just a simple 1x1 rib. This is a bulky yarn. Kind of acquaintance friend of mine is going through some cancer, so I thought she would appreciate a hat. And I couldn't quite recall her head size, so this fits a large amount of head sizes. So you can see, and then because it's so tall, you can do it like this and kind of have it like slouchy. I haven't put a pom-pom on here. Oh goodness. But anyway, so that's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, it can stretch to quite a bit bigger or just a little bit bigger. Yeah, great pattern, and fits a lot of different head sizes. So the yarn that I used for this was some Knit Picks Mighty Stitch in the super bulky that I had in stash, and I just have a little bit left now. So, but all the ends are woven in. It is washed and ready to be gifted now that I've showed it to you guys. So there we go. Hat done. So I'll write her a nice little note and put it in a gift bag for her. So let's move on to works in progress. With all of that knitting, I still do have 2 works in progress to show you this week. First up, there's been a tiny bit of progress. I didn't even put a marker in. I am just about, you can see I'm just about where the silver comes in on this colorway. So just about to change colors, but I got a little bit of work on this. This pattern is the Dream Fingerless Mitts by Marsha Healy. And so they're a wrister. I'm definitely going to make a few modifications, and because Mike doesn't want them as long. Basically, it's like a fold over mitt, so you can have the cuff down, or you can put it up and keep your fingers completely warm in the winter, but he's going to be using them inside to play video games, so I won't be doing the full hand on it, thank goodness, because 2x2 ribbing is not my favorite. Yeah, the yarn is mustache yarn. Sorry, my notes are down here today. I'll just let you look at this while I read my notes. Mustache yarn in the Perfect Must Match in the Hogwarts colorway. So there we go. And yeah, so I'll be taking that this weekend. Hopefully I can get quite a bit of progress done on those. They've got a long cuff, so we will see. What's next? The only other work in progress I have is, let's open it up here, my litmus cowl. So we started at the oranges. This was all done. This was all done. And I had gone into the greens, and now I'm well into the blues. So this marker was where I was last time. So got a fair bit done. This has been my TV knitting, so it's gotten quite a bit of work on it. And yeah, I'm going to take this one as well, because this is just lovely roundy knitting. And I should probably measure something at some point to see how long I want this thing. But I definitely want it to loop twice, so it's not quite there yet. So I'll definitely finish the teal. I might end it at the teal though, because there's quite a bit of teal left, and this dark color is like kind of a lot different than these bright colors. So anyway, that is the Litmus Cowl by Jude from Stranded Dye Works. And oh dear, I've just zipped my yarn into my project bag. Crisis averted. It's no longer in my zipper. The yarn that I'm using for that is more Knit Picks. Maybe I should be sponsored by them. This is their Stroll Gradient in the Lion Fire, which was the oranges and yellows, and Deep Dive, which was the greens, blue and blues, and that dark blue. So we'll see whether we get to the dark blue. I doubt I'm going to finish this weekend, but maybe I will. I don't know. That's it for works in progress. Let's move on to stash. For stash this time, I have my monthly Fireweed Fiber Co. sock club. Now I get her shipments in 3-month sections, so I already have September. And she definitely has not mailed them out yet. So if you do not want to be spoiled for September, look away now. Jump to the events, or just don't look at the screen. Oh guys, it is so nice. So this color is, you have the emotional maturity of a blueberry scone, but like, look at those colors. I'm so excited. And that dark green and the dark blue. This is the 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 100 grams of the main skein, and 20 grams each of the coordinating skeins. And she is out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. So yeah. Oh, and I love the way her yarn smells. I don't know what she does to it after she dyes it, but I just love it. All right, that is it for stash. Thank goodness, because last time I had a lot. And we'll move on to events. For events today, we just have the wrap up of Stash Dash. Stash Dash is hosted by the Knit Girls, and you can check out their website below for all the details, but it is over for this year. It seems like they're going to continue doing it as an annual knit along. Basically, you set a goal for yourself and then you see whether you get there or not. This year, I decided to set myself a 5 kilometer, so 5,000 meter goal. I've definitely done that in other years. As I talked about last time, I didn't make my goal. I didn't think I was going to make my goal, but I got a lot more accomplished than I thought I was at for last week. So finishing the Stonewall definitely helped a lot with that meterage. So I had a 5K goal and I ended up getting 2,628 meters. So I do this by weight. So it is kind of, even though I say an exact number, it's kind of approximate, but yeah, so that is quite a few finished things, because I had finished quite a few things in May and June before we left on our trip. And then I had only finished the one object during our 6-week trip. And now I have finished this lovely sweater, and the hat I knit also counted towards it. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I kind of was, my backup goal was 3,000 kilometers, 3,000 meters, 3 kilometers. Math counts, guys. So I was close to that. So we'll call it good. We'll call it good. Let's move on to chatter. For chatter this week, I really don't have much to report. We're just in the getting ready for school mode. Both my kids decided to be web leaders at their school this year, which means that they're the welcoming committee for the new students, the new grade 6s coming in, as well as any other new students that come to the school or move it to the area. So they had some training for that, and then orientation day for the new students was yesterday. So they had a lot of fun doing that. They just really enjoy being involved in their school community, and I'm very proud of them for taking that on. And yeah, I've just been working, Mike's been working, and we are going camping this weekend. So hopefully it'll be beautiful weather and we'll just sit around, and we're going with 3 other families. So it's, lots of chit chat and hangout time. All the kids get along so great, and it's so nice to see these sets of families. We see them sometimes throughout the year, but we get all together all at this time of year, and it's so nice to go camping. Also looking forward to just going camping and doing nothing, because it's very different than the adventuring that we do, where we're kind of out and about doing things, and we got to figure out where we're going to eat and kind of plan for the next few days and where we're going to drive next and all that kind of stuff. Whereas this is just, we go, we park for 3 days, and then we come home. So very different, but it's going to be a very enjoyable time, and I am looking forward to it. And then right when we get back, it is back to school time for everybody. So my husband, Mike, is a professor at a college here, so he'll be back to school on Wednesday. The kids are back on Tuesday for a half day, and then Wednesday's their first full day. So we've got the school supplies, we've got the backpacks, we've got everything sorted and ready to go, new lunch kits, all of that kind of stuff's ready. So, and then I get the house to myself again while everybody is off at work and school. So that will be very nice as well, although I will still be working, so quiet house, more work done maybe. That is all the chatter that I have for you today. And so shorter episode, but that's okay, because I got to get this up before we leave for camping tonight. So we will see you guys next time. Bye.